Don't be mad at Caitlin Clark. She's getting $28 million. Don't they want sisters to get paid, or they don't want a white girl to get paid first? I think that's what it is.
Definitely what it is.
Since she has signed this contract, you guys, and her WNBA season has come and gone. And with that, Nike has not done one thing to promote her. We have not seen any commercials. We have not seen any ads. We have not seen any Caitlin Clark merchandise. And we for sure as hell have not seen any Caitlin Clark signature.
What if I told you that the whole sports business could be covered by a single sponsorship deal? Caitlin Clark's huge Adidas contract encompasses much more than simply shoes. It also highlights gender conflicts and ethnic difficulties. This transaction essentially challenges our preconceived notions about sports marketing.
I want A'ja Wilson to have a shoe and every black young lady to have a shoe. But she's marketable, and I'm not saying you young ladies aren't.
You said A'ja who?
A'ja Wilson.
A'ja Wilson.
So from the Aces?
Yes.
That's what everybody's mad
Oh
about,
my
because she
goodness.
doesn't have a
Yeah,
sneaker.
that does make sense.
Right. So I'm not saying she's not marketable, but people are up in a frenzy, and nobody was paying attention when I was talking about this during the NCAA tournament, not the sneaker.
What's so important? Perhaps you're asking. Let me explain. Despite being signed by Nike, neither Caitlin Clark nor A'ja Wilson had a signature shoe at the time. After that, Nike told Caitlin Clark to hold off on designing Wilson's iconic sneaker. After that, Nike remained silent. In the meantime, Caitlin Clark, a rookie sensation, signed a significant contract with Adidas, though the timing is questionable. On the other hand, multiple MVP winner A'ja Wilson is set to launch her own line of unique footwear. But this time, Nike wants to take the lead.
You deal with corporate America. It is no feelings involved. It is purely business. And a lot of people get emotional over race, over how good you are, over if this person's a better basketball player, football player, rapper, singer, whatever. It is all about business for corporations in corporate America. And it's all about, can you sell their product?
However, things start to get pretty fascinating at this point, since there are more than simply two participants. It has to do with race, gender, and the future of sports marketing. In light of a deal that is affecting the whole industry, we will explain why this is so much more than just business as usual. This story will alter your perspective on sports sponsorships, so prepare yourself. Okay, let's do a little zoom out. It's not simply Caitlin versus A anymore. We are watching a battle on the Titanic. The stakes in the conflict between Adidas and Nike are bigger than ever. Are you prepared to watch the outcome?
Nike, Under Armour, Adidas, Reebok, whoever said, could she sell our shoe? Could we sell our shoe? Because when you sit there and say, Caitlin Clark got $28 million, first of all, that equals $3.5 million a year if you do the division.
Nike has been playing it safe by continuing their tried-and-true tactic of supporting well-known celebs like A'ja Wilson. The problem is that they might have missed the next great thing because they were too preoccupied with the well-known names. While Nike has been seen taking off, Caitlin Clark has been making headlines.
He reports Nike wants to prioritize A'ja Wilson, and it fears the optics of giving a rookie a signature shoe before an already established star who just won league MVP for the third.
After Clark was signed by Nike, what became of her? Nothing is there, not even advertisements or merchandise. They seem to have lost sight of the fact that they were speaking with a rising star. Furthermore, you know that you will lose if you take it easy in the world of sports.
Nike struck absolute gold when they signed Caitlin Clark to an 8-year, $28 million endorsement deal. So why in the world are they?
Regarding the offer that Caitlin Clark received from Adidas, it is both a contract and a proclamation. Adidas asserts that it believes in and supports women's sports. Adidas saw what Nike couldn't or wouldn't do. However, this is when the intriguing part begins. Clark is a game share in addition to being a talented player. Since her arrival, the WNBA has had a 400% increase in viewership. Isn't it incredible that one player is changing the entire landscape of women's basketball? On average, more than 1 million people watch her games.
So when she turned pro, several shoe companies were after her. Under Armour said she'd be the face of Curry brand. Adidas and Nike
Why, therefore, did Nike allow her to get away with it? Internal politics may have anything to do with it. They may be too preoccupied with their current stars to notice the next big thing that is directly in front of them. Or perhaps they are simply mired in the past, while Adidas is looking to the future.
Now let's talk about regular season viewership, not draft viewership. Regular season viewership, it grew by 20% in 2023. It's grown by 180% now, which means it would take another 5 or 6 years to do what Caitlin Clark.
Adidas sells more than simply sneakers here, as you can see. An romanticized perspective of women's sports is being promoted by them. They are betting heavily on Clark, to be sure, but they are also betting on a whole new era of sports marketing. Hey, we see the potential in women's sports, and we're going Allen, they say. While Nike is playing catch-up and multiple MVP winner AIA Wilson is still waiting for her, Adidas is out there altering the rules and making decisions that are affecting the entire business.
Make any sense at all in playing the politics where, oh, we need to release Asia's shoe first. Well, no, it's not Caitlin's fault that you haven't done anything for Asia yet. And maybe think about, why haven't you released something for Asia yet? Is it because you're not sure how it will sell? And if that's the truth, like, that's just business. Why are we coddling these women? You wouldn't see this on the men's side. If a brand thinks they're gonna sell shoes with a player, they're gonna release some stuff. They're not gonna be like, oh, well, so-and-so has been playing in the league a little bit longer, so I'm gonna make sure I get theirs out first, and then we'll push Caitlin's 2 seasons. They're saying now that we might not get a signature shoe from Caitlin until 2026 or 2027.
What does this mean for sports marketing in the future? Then, will Adidas overtake Nike soon, or is a change in leadership taking place? In women's sports, everyone's attention is on the dollar signs. There is a contentious discussion bubbling beneath the surface. Is there a connection between race and this endorsement drama? If true, what potential effects might it have on the sports marketing sector overall? Contracts and footwear are not the only things happening here. Contrary to popular belief, we are discussing a situation that brings to light some more important problems in the field of sports marketing.
Did a major endorsement deal with Adidas. This partnership is a game changer. It's a huge win for Clark and for women's basketball.
Let's confront this issue head on. According to some, Caitlin Clark's success is being questioned for reasons other than her physical prowess, like the fact that she is a white athlete competing in a predominantly black sport. Even though this is a sensitive topic, we cannot overlook it if we wish to comprehend the situation in its entirety. Individuals can adore a player and all of their.
People can love a player, love everything that they're about, and want to buy their shoes. Wilson capitalized on Caitlin Clark, and they put out signature Caitlin Clark balls and other merch that literally sold out within minutes of them going live. The hype that Caitlin Clark had going into this season, we will not see that again. She came off of playing in a national championship game that had over 20 million people tuned into that game, then going straight into the draft, and then going straight into the WNBA and breaking an insane amount of records.
However, this whole situation is also bringing attention to gender and sports marketing. Therefore, there are other factors besides race. Clark's contract with Adidas is changing the rules for her, as well as how businesses view female athletes and their marketability, which affects women's sports endorsements generally.